Here we are.
Here we are indeed, my friend. Welcome into Snapcast Society. It's your host, The Buff, with the GOAT. In GOAT to you, my friends,
Ooh.
because he's got some news for you.
Yes. Wow. Not only did we go 15 of 16 week 2, Buff, we had a lowish week in week 3, but we had another get right week in week 4, which was a challenging week to break down. So shout out to our good mate Doug, who doesn't believe that we get much right, but 13 out of 16 last week and tipped some big games, including the Falcons and the Finns. Also
Steelers,
including the
underdog.
Steelers and the Jags. So we're looking forward to another good week of previews, and I think we're going to be able to get some good stuff into there. So make sure you're listening on.
100%. And that's why we're here. We're here to obviously we enjoy having a yarn and getting our fix of football together, but we're here to help everyone. And that's the whole reason we started this, is to get our info out to the community. We think that we can make a big difference. And I guess from there, we're just going to jump straight in, right into week 5 preview. We're starting with Thursday night football, Friday over here. We're going to kick it to you, Goat, to kick us off with San Francisco and the Los Angeles Rams at SoFi.
Wow. Well, I am scared for the 49ers. Holistically, really scared for the 49ers. We mentioned last week that CMC is the only one who seems to be able to stay fit, and it looks like that is staying true again this week, my man. We have Purdy out. Juan, the chosen one, with Juan ankle out. We have our man, Ricky Many Man Pearso.
My man.
Out. So Pooh Tongas is going to have to stand up. I don't know his first name, so I'm just going to refer to him as Pooh.
Jake Tongas. But just
Jake the Snake Tonga. Welcome in. It's your turn. But no, I think, look, the main thing for me, the obvious one is, let me just say the Rams got pretty lucky last week. Full credit to them for sticking in the game. But 3 straight weeks with 26 plus points, and they put it onto the Colts as well.
Yeah.
So, it's going to be really tough for the 49ers to come away with the win. But I think, we could see Stafford throw multiple touchdowns here. So start all Rams players.
All of them.
Start CMC. Mac Jones will be starting. Don't start Mac Jones.
Don't start him.
Yeah. I fear for the margin this week.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a really tough game for the 49ers to get anything out of.
100%. I think I had a sneaky, like a dart throw play if you're super desperate or it's a really deep league. Kendrick Bourne could be a play.
Yeah.
Because he's been in Shanahan systems before. But
yeah,
I agree with everything you said there. And I think Rams DST is a streamer this week, big time. Because Jared Burr's going to eat, man. He's going to eat. Rams win big. Yeah. Agree with everything you said there, my man.
Shout out to Amandre. He's the Ramley are looking good.
Yeah, they are looking good. Why is this happening again? I'm having technical difficulties yet again.
Yeah.
Keep hang on. I'm just going to quickly nip through this game. So we're going to go through into the London game, the first of the London games, Cleveland versus Minnesota. My read on this, obviously it's quarterback Dylan Gabriel's first start for Cleveland. But all good and well for him. Good luck to him. Yep. Don't want any part of him, to be honest. Yeah. I think Minnesota have a big advantage because they stayed in Europe over the week. They played in Dublin last week. I think they've got a huge advantage by being over there, being acclimatized, getting used to a different time zone, all the rest of that shit. I think that they're going to run rampant over Cleveland. I think Cleveland's D is great, but I just see Minnesota winning this game, and I think that they get going. And on the Cleveland side of the ball, I'd probably start Judkins. He looks really great. He's a tentative start. Obviously, with 4 teams on bye this week, you might have to start him. But Jefferson, Mason, Addison, Hawkinson's a bit of a but the others I would start, and Vikings win this game. That's my read on it.
What is that? If you're a Cleveland supporter, what is putting Gabriel, our Saint Gabriel, in to start? What does that say to the franchise?
I think what it says to the Cleveland franchise and the fan base is that obviously where they're at, they're not playoff bound. They're not a playoff bound team. And I think that they just want to kick the tires on Dylan Gabriel. They're going to give him, he's obviously the 3rd round pick. Shadell is the 5th round pick. I think that it makes sense to give Dylan Gabriel the look now and let him have a go and see what you've got in him. You're not going to get anything out of starting a 40-year-old Joe Flacco if you're not making the playoffs.
Yeah.
So they're gonna kick the tires on Dylan Gabriel. I think he'll get 3 games. If he shits the bed in all 3, they'll move on to Sanders. If he doesn't, it's his job, and that's the whole thing. Like, he's got his opportunity now. Can he take it and run with it? Because they've got 2 first-round picks this year in this year's draft. So if they don't have it in Gabriel or Sanders, they're going to go get a first-round draft pick, first-round quarterback this year. Yeah. That's my read on it.
And last thing before we move on, what do you make of Shador Sanders' antics being interviewed about Gabriel starting?
I mean, the bloke is a genuine flog. Well done, you big bloody crybaby. Get over yourself. You've been handed everything on a silver platter for the last 22 years, right? I know you've had to work hard. I'm not doubting that. Yeah. And I know you've got a big name to live up to. But jog on. Like, if you're going to act like that, if I was Stefanski, I would have released him by now. Like, you don't need that shit in your locker room. You don't need that. Like, it's okay to be disappointed, and I'd be upset if he wasn't disappointed. I think that's the different thing. Like, I think there was a photo of him looking upset on the bench last week, but it was like he was crushed.
Yeah.
That's okay. Be crushed.
That is. Yeah.
Don't come out and do silent mime interviews and act like an absolute pork chop.
We talk about culture starters and culture setters and, why people stayed away from him. Saying that's why. It wasn't to do with his talent. It's things like that. And if you got to be happy for your teammate starting. And if 100%. He gets a job somewhere else and he came out and said, I'm really excited, like, that's the kind of stuff that the league want to see. Like,
big time.
I mean, a bit of a laugh, but I didn't like it personally. Yeah.
No. 100%. Before you jump into the Dallas New York Jets game, I'm just going to let you sort of set the scene for that game. I've just got to go flick a switch again. Liv keeps stitching me up and turning my PowerPoints off, my man. So
no,
we'll just cut these 15 seconds out.
No, that's fine. I'll set the scene. You go get that done. So Cowboys versus the Jets. Now, before we move on, I just want to talk about the Cowboys. Yes, they dropped 40 bomb on the Packers, but I still think that the Cowboys could be slightly fraudulent. And, they've got a big game here to come in and actually do it again. The Jets lost to the Finns, and unfortunately, that's not one you want to be dropping. Look, go ahead and start Fields, start Dak, start Pickens, start Javonte. I think let's touch on Brees. This is a Brees week. The Cowboys,
this is his week.
The Cowboys are unable to stop the run.
They're 30 seconds.
Unable to stop the run.
Yeah.
This is the Brees' week. Isaiah Davis may get some touches. Start Garrett Wilson as well. I think the connection between Fields and Garrett looks really good, and Garrett looks like a bit of a study-waddy. Saying that the Cowboys are fraudulent, the Jets are also just cheeks, aren't they? They're just a bit cheeks.
They are. Yeah. Could be another high 30s, like a 40-point game on either side. It
could be. So but that's the only hope I think that the Jets have, is just really turning into a shootout and trying to get that done that way. I think the Cowboys slightly for me, but it could go either way.
Cowboys win.
Yeah.
I think you hit the nail on the head. Big time.
Yeah.
I have Mason Taylor's a tight end punt. I didn't mind him last week, so just keep it.
Yeah, you see snap percentage is going up, isn't it? And he's starting to get a few more.
100%. And he's not acting like a pork chop like some other son of a gun. So maybe it's something that's happened in that household different to the Sanders household, the Taylor household. But his dad would be pretty no nonsense, man. I'll sack you. He was a scary man.
Yeah.
An ugly game we're moving to now, but I think it's less ugly based off of what we saw last week. New York Giants versus New Orleans. Ugly, but slightly less ugly. I expect Scatterboo to get going, and just
Culture
he
setter.
looks like prime Tim Riggins. I don't
Culture
know if
setter.
yeah. Whoa, let's go! Like
Mm.
just
They're the guys you want on your team.
100%. I love that clip of him walking over to Dart after Dart like rush in, and he was the lead blocker for Dart. He's like, I told you I was going to lay him out, lay his ass out. Like, whoa, like he's the best. Loving his energy. So look, I'm starting him. I'm starting Wandale Robinson because I think he becomes a de facto wide receiver one. It could be Slayton, but I'm pinning Wandale as the guy. Like, I think that Wandale is the guy. I probably would start Giants DST based off of, and I know, like, yeah, DST is not the sexy thing to talk about, but their D line is trouble. And I think they could get home on the Saints, and I think they can make Spencer Rattler really rattled. I'll probably start Kamara on the other side of the ball, start Olave, monitor Juwan Johnson. He was on the injury report. A lot of times with the NFL injury reports, just for those people that are maybe newer to paint, like monitoring the situation as much as we do. On the Wednesday practices, so today for us on Thursday,
Yeah.
they do give a lot of the veterans a rest, but this was a previously non-disclosed injury. So it being a new injury, I think it's important just to monitor it and just check his status in practice on the way up to the weekend. But yeah, I guess for this one, I'm picking Giants. I think they get the win. They
Yeah.
look better.
Agreed. I think, the only thing I'll say is Saints have looked not horrible. I think the Giants D could be legit in the future.
Yeah.
Could be
Yeah.
really legit. And just, what is it? What's next for AK? Maybe he's a candidate that gets traded.
I think he could get traded, and I think
Yeah.
like Kendra Miller is probably a pickup. I think
Yeah.
I spoke about that in the waiver
Yeah.
episode the other day. I think he's like he definitely could be traded. Hey, like because why would you want him? You're winless. You're 0-4. He's got a big salary for a running back, and like deal him on and let him go and try win a chip somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Don't mind it. Yeah. On to the next game, my man. Las Vegas versus your boys. Break it down for us.
Vegas versus the Colts. As I said, I think the Colts were pretty unlucky not to be 4-0. Probably pretty much self-inflicted, would you say, just on those penalty calls?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns on penalties
Mitchell.
from AD Mitchell, but he'll learn from that and he'll grow. I think the second one was, look, it was still there, but just probably as stupid as the first one, really. I don't know what he's doing. Yeah, look, it should be a get-right game for the Colts. I think they're entering as heavy favourites.
Yep.
And I think they should get the win. But saying that, Aston Gentil, we said, please go and get him and please start him because that was his week. And he went back to the Michael Myers stance and go figure, he dropped 3 tuds and then he went in. Brock looks hurt. Like he looks like his knee is hurting him.
Banged up.
Looks banged up. I don't know whether he'll play or not. The obvious starts for me, you've got Jonathan, start Warren, Ashton. If Brock plays, you have to start Brock. I think Jacoby has a get-right game this week, so make sure you get Jacoby into your lineups. And then there's still, your Pittmans and things like that.
I think you start Pittman.
I think it's getting to the point where you have to start Pittman. He's a bit of a touchdown threat.
Yeah. And I think through the bye weeks too, like just take into account, like there wouldn't be many teams in fantasy leagues that are completely unaffected by buys with 4 teams being out. So I think like if you've got a Pittman, you might have someone else out. You're starting him. Like he's a safe play as well. Like let's be honest, he's safe play with upside to go off. But yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head. I agree with everything you said there. So
I think Colts have to get right game.
Yeah, I think they take it to them. Miami versus Carolina. This is probably one of the trickiest reads of the week. Look, in my mind, just based off the last couple of weeks, even with Tyreek coming out, I think that the Dolphins are starting to play a lot better than what they started as. They've been showing some signs and some willingness to throw the ball downfield. Now, I'm a little bit worried that without Tyreek there, that they go back to just negative ADOT. But look, you're starting Waddle, you're starting Achan, you're monitoring Darren Waller. Apparently, with his hip, there's not too much concern there. He should be right to go on Monday. I think he's a fantastic add off the waiver wire, which I noted the other night. If he's still out in the waiver wire, go and get him. Because for him getting down into the red zone, if you've got a great cornerback sitting on Waddle, Echan's not a threat in the red zone. Like, I know he's a great fantasy option because he can get those touches. And if they can get a screen pass, he can be that threat. But if Tua's under pressure and he needs to throw to someone, who better to throw to than Waller? He's a big target and he's dangerous. And he's done it before. So that's the reason. He might not be a high volume play, but he's a touchdown threat. So I want to get Waller in. Panthers side of things, you start Bryce. I think he's been pretty great, pretty good over the last couple of weeks for fantasy. So he's been, a little up and down, but he's had some great weeks. So I'd take a risk and continue that start because I don't think the Dolphins are, particularly fantastic on the defensive side of the ball. Start Tet, start Chuba. I'd sit Tremble, even though he looked pretty good last weekend. I don't know about starting him this week. Dolphins win for me.
Yep.
It's an away game, but I think they win.
Yeah, I think the Dolphins win as well. Rest in peace, Tyreek. Bizarre that he's still laughing and smiling.
I'm free.
Yeah. Yeah, I also think Gordon is a sneaky play as well moving forward. I think they're going to start to ramp him up a little bit more, a little bit different, and it may mean that they want to run the ball a lot more with what's happened. And I think over the next 3 weeks, you'll probably see Waller start to come out, not just in red zone, but in different opportunities and different spaces as well.
Yeah.
Panthers haven't been horrible. I'd love to see Panthers get another win for their confidence and to see that team sort of take a step up. But I just think that Miami is still just a little bit too good.
I think they're a little bit too good, and the seats are a little bit too hot for them to come in underdone. Like, I think they're coming in like backs against the wall fighting for survival because McDaniels and everyone there knows that people are going to lose jobs soon. Yeah, I agree with you because it'd be nice. It'd be nice for Carolina, but just Denver versus Philly. What you read? This is
it's a big game.
Yeah,
it's certainly a big game. I think. What I will say is that I'm probably getting a bit over the Hurts. Hurts hate is essentially what it's becoming at this stage. He's a Super Bowl champion, and he's been to the Super Bowl. He's won an MVP, 4-0, and he's just copying hate. The reason he's copying hate is probably because they're not throwing the ball. He can't throw the ball if the offensive play calls to run the ball. He can't just throw it to. So,
you shouldn't turn around to Sirianni just doing these ones and just going, "Hey, bud."
And I get that. AJB is just a giant crybaby. He's not a guy like you're playing a team that's going to probably go to a Super Bowl again or want to go to a Super Bowl. The post at the end of the game and the sulking at the end of the game, like I get it. Like receivers want to take over games and receivers want to do this and that.
Yeah,
I get it. But you're 4-0, big fella. You're 4-0.
Just cool it, eh?
Just cool it.
That quote that he put out on, like, not just the tweet, but I've wanted to be happy. I tried to be happy being a champion and enjoy it, but it lasted 3 days. And now I know that the love came from the grind and the journey. I'm like, well, then keep grinding, brother. Like, get in there.
Just standing over the top. And look, it's getting to a point. You saw what happens when they force feed AJB.
Yeah.
They weren't the right looks. They weren't all that stuff. Like,
he's had some lines this season of like two catches off 7 targets.
Yeah, I'm getting a bit sick of the Hurts hype, to be honest. I think if you listen to last week's episode, we probably called the Bronx getting RJ Harvey some touches, and I hope everyone followed and was able to buy low on RJ. I still think that Dobbins is the lead back there. I think it was just purely because
they were up by so much.
They were up early. So in the second half, they were able to formulate some touches there for RJ. I think the Eagles will win. this week. I
Agreed.
think Hurts, Saquon start, AJB Smith getting to a point of you still start them, but
Yeah.
if you're fortunate enough to have a roster that
Yeah.
has some other startable players, maybe go ahead and do that. Bo Nix, Dobbins, Sutton, start them all.
Mims and Franklin are dart throws this week for you,
Yeah.
or do you think will you start them with confidence?
I think they're dart throws. I wouldn't start them with confidence. I think it could, like Eagles have been a tale of two halves, which is scary for the league. They've only been able to put one half together each game this year, and they're 4-0.
Yeah.
So look, Broncos are really good.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that, and I just think I'd slightly edge the Eagles this week, and that's all it comes down to.
I think so too, and I'll give some rationale to start and maybe some confidence for AJB and Smith GMs. Denver's defense is better than most, and I don't think they're going to be able to stop the run completely, but I think they'll stop the run better than other teams. And therefore, rationale for starting AJB and Smith this week is that they will have to throw. Like at some point, they will have to throw. But yeah, by taking on to your point, if it doesn't happen this week and they're just going up and crushing teams and running them, it's like a full-blown bailout on these two players, man. And they're studs, but they're not getting the ball. You can't start them, man.
Ask for a trade then, AJB.
Yeah.
Ask for a trade.
Yeah.
Like you can complain all you want, but if you want out, ask for it.
Yeah.
They'll trade you.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Houston versus Baltimore, which has all of a sudden become a disgusting game.
Goodness. The ramifications for this match are huge.
Ravens are dead, bro. They're dead. They're done.
I don't think they're dead.
I saw someone put out that they think that they're still a Super Bowl contender. Lamar Jackson's out for 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
He's out. Their defense, Madubuike, out. Roquan Smith's playing hurt, playing injured if he plays, if he suits up.
Yeah.
Marlon Humphrey's out. Jair Alexander's out. Like they're
hurting.
Their offensive line is
hurting.
Down a few, they're hurting. They are hurting. Cooper Rush, I have no confidence in Cooper Rush to lead his offense. Like I think he's okay, but I think we have had conversations about like Mariota stepping into Daniels. It's a like for like. Yeah. Cooper Rush is not Lamar Jackson, right? So when he stepped up and started for Dak in Dallas and was okay, it's almost like he's not Dak, but he's a like for like with Dak. Similar play style and archetype. So I don't have any confidence in Baltimore starting Rush. I would start Henry. I would be tentative with Andrews and Flowers this week.
Yeah.
Texans, we're going Woody Marks, baby. Woohoo!
Yeah, look, yes, we are going Woody Marks. Maybe I'll touch on that a bit after.
I'm all in on him, man. Let's go.
You're all in?
He just looks so much juicier than Chubb. Yeah. Like, I hope it works.
Yeah.
One of our followers sent a message, actually, a video. I'm going to share it onto our page, our story, because it was the quickest sack was when Houston played Tennessee and the offensive linemen all went the wrong way.
Yes.
So anyway, let's hope they sort their shit out. Nico could be a start of the week for me. Could be. He's a contender. We'll circle back to that at the end of the week, at the end of the episode. So Nico's a start of the week contender for me.
Yep.
If you need a stream quarterback, start Stroud, and Schultz is an option. But I think Texans win.
Hey, I'm with you. I'm with you, but I think Woody's going to start to handle some workload, and again, that's one that we did say, didn't we? We said if you got Chubb, I'd start to get scared because Woody is he's starting to get proper Woody, and he's going to get some more touches. That's right, and I think the Texans are improving. What happens if the Ravens go 1-4?
Mate, they're a genuine chance. Like 1-4, their draw it's not nice.
Yeah, but what if they 1-4.
If they're 1-4, they're out of it, mate. They're out of it. Like I'm just going to look ahead. So after this week, they have the Rams. So let's just call it there. Let's just predict, right? That they go 1-5. Then they go into and play. I think that comes at a good time, and then hopefully they get Lamar back because week 8 they play the Bears. But
If they
it's not too bad.
if they can take a couple games somehow, then there's still a chance. But look, you know me, Post. I don't like seeing what's happening to the Ravens.
Man, I'm full blown. I have no shame. I have Schadenfreude.
No,
I am Schadenfreude right now.
yeah.
I'm taking joy from the Baltimore misery.
Let's hope the Rams can. The Ravens can get it done this week, because otherwise, it's not looking good for them.
As a Steelers fan, I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Tennessee, Arizona. It's your turn to take one, isn't it? Yeah, you're up.
Yep.
You're up. Tennessee, Arizona. Yeah.
Tennessee and Arizona. Wow. The best. I don't like the Titans. I'm not going to lie. What did Cam Ward say at the start of the year?
He said, "We're going to keep it straight, or we're going to keep it butt. Ass."
Yeah. So is that what he said this week? And at the start of the year, he goes, "Look, we're mid, but we just need to get it together." But now he's gone from we're mid to we'll keep it a buck. We're straight ass. I agree with you, Cam. And let's be honest, you have to improve as well, Cam.
Big time.
I
think he can do it, but yeah.
Calvin Ridley's a fraud. And I think I still believe in the Cardinals. I think they're really good.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think they're actually a good team. I think you start Kyler, start Marv, start Trey.
Start Trey.
McBride, that is.
Yeah.
Because Benson's gone to IR. Benson's gone to IR.
Which sucks.
Yeah. So I think all three will get a touch. I don't think you can start any of those RBs competently. I think, if anyone, it would be Democado, just because he's probably been there the longest.
And he catches the ball too.
That's right. Yeah. So I think the Cardinals will have a get right game. I think they'll win and win comfortably.
The only Titans player I'd probably start is Tony Pollard. And that's
just purely
And if you're absolutely desperate, maybe you start Ayamanor, but that's
If you can sell Pollard moving forward, please do. Yeah. I think Tyjae Spears will be back soon, and I think Tyjae tends to be the better pass protector and catcher. So the better pass.
That was a better pass protector walking in.
Yeah. Was that Tyjae? Was that Tyjae? No, it was Tyjae. Tyjae was walking in. So I think with the Titans being down in games, I think he'll probably be on during third downs a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that, I'm not sure if they'll rush him back with him being winless, but that as soon as he's in the fold, he's going to take over. That's just going to happen.
Yeah.
So, wow.
So cards for me.
Sounds fantastic. I'm completely with you. Tampa Bay versus Seattle. This is one of the marquee games of the week. This is unreal. In terms of the Bucks, it looks like Bucky Irving's not playing. So Rashad White, if he's on waivers, you go and get him. If he's on your bench, you start him. Give him a start because
Sean Tucker as well.
Sean Tucker's an option as well, 100%. I think Rashad White can run the ball, and he's shown that he can catch the ball as well. He's got decent pass catching chops. Start Baker, start Ibuka, start Godwin. On the Seahawks side of the ball, we want to start Darnold, start JSN, start Walker, and then if you need to, you can probably start Cup and Charbonnet in a pinch. I think this is going to be a really great game. I think it's going to be tight. I think that the defenses will, try their best to keep it pretty low scoring. I think similar to the Seattle and Arizona game last week, it could be like one of those games where it's 24-21 sort of comes down to the last 10 minutes and we have a couple touchdowns because they, start to let things loose. But I think it's going to be a really tight contested game between two NFC rivals. So my tip is that the Bucks get it done. That's
Okay. Yeah.
my call. What's your read on it?
I probably tend to agree with everything you said, but just purely, I haven't seen the Seahawks go to another gear just yet. And I think with Bucky out,
Yeah,
it might change things. I think Godwin being back is massive for that team.
yeah, yeah,
I think the Seahawks will win, but again, it's another tight game, and
yeah,
it could go either way.
yeah,
But yeah, it'll be an interesting game, and I'm starting to look out for Baker. I think every game you're starting to look more and more hurt, and his body's taking
yeah.
effect, beating at the moment. So just to watch on our man Baker.
I love Bake. We love Bakesy boy. I don't think I need it.
Needs a
What I might
sensu
do,
me. If
he
anyone, all my
has,
Dragon Ball Z watchers out there.
he just needs to get through to week 8 and they have the
Yeah,
bye in week 9. So
yeah,
he's got another 4 games to go.
yeah. You can do it, babe.
You can do it back. They got the Knights, so after the Seahawks, they got Niners, Lions,
Yeah,
Saints.
yeah.
Just get through it, brother. Just get there. Next game, this is gross. I'm gonna literally keep this 15 seconds. You can time me. Detroit versus Cincinnati. The Lions are going to feast on the Bengals. They're going to eat them alive. In terms of the Bengals, you start Jamar Chase. Try not to start T. Higgins. Sit the rest. Lions start everyone. Gibbs. I love the Sun God to get in the end zone again this week.
Mm-hmm.
Love that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Gibbs is another start of the week contender for me because I think they're going to go nuts. Pick Lions win. Done. That's 15 seconds.
And all I'll say is, yeah, that's what you get when you put all your money into 3 players only. So if one of those players is out, and it tends to be your most valuable player,
Yeah.
it's not looking good.
Glad we're having this conversation while Stevie's not on.
I think he'd say the same thing. I
know. It's just hard. Yeah. I'm not having Schadenfreude for it because that's like it's hard to watch that.
Yeah, no, it's hard to watch the Bengals at the moment. It really is. It really is.
It just takes the joy out of football when your team's that banged up. Except when it's the Ravens. I love it when it's the Ravens. Washington versus the Chargers, my man. Give me your thoughts.
Look, there's 2 things I want to consider. Is Terry still going to be out? And is Jalen going to be out?
Jaden's playing. Jaden's playing. They said he should be back.
Did I see injury
reports this morning? Debo was questionable, but should be available. They're not concerned about that. It's Terry that's the iffy one.
Yeah.
So Daniel's playing. Debo probably playing. Debo's like he's a probable like starter, and Terry's like they don't have a concrete timeline. Was the wording?
Yeah. See, a part of me wants to go with the Manders, but I can't do it with. I think that Terry does change that team a bit. So look, we'll go with the Chargers. I think you still start Debo if he plays. I think you start Jaden. You start Herbert. QJ, the alien, is looking like an alien. He looks like he's Space Jammed someone and Mondstadt and taken all their talent.
I know who he Space Jammed. No, he didn't Space Jam Marvin. He Space Jam Lad, man.
Look.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just wasn't a good game from Lad last week.
Sorry.
And I'm sure our man has something to say about Lad when he comes on. I tend to think Lad in Dynasty is still fine. Lad in redraft, if you take him in the second round, you'll be very upset like I am. My leagues are stuffed because I've taken Lad everywhere. Anyway, Marion is looking like the truth.
He's the truth, man.
Start him, start Keenan. I think the Chargers, yeah.
I'm just going to give you just I think, because I agree with what you said, like you'd want to go with the Manders. I think the Manders, even without Terry, get it done. And the reason why I think is the O-line issues for the Chargers. And Herbert will still play decent enough. He'll be like that QB 15 to 20 range. I think he'll put out enough. Sorry, I had to do that. I think that, like Keenan and QJ, like I think they'll be competitive, but I don't know if they're going to be able to win the game because like we saw on the weekend what happened when you get pressure on him.
and that's the thing that we've been saying, and I'm not going to start
Yeah.
to. I'm not bashing Herbert. We've
No.
all said he's a quality quarterback.
Yeah.
When you get pressure on him,
Yeah.
there is Schadenfreude in the jocks,
Yeah.
and we've shown it. And I hope. Look, I think that'll be a tight game, but no, we're split on that one again.
Yeah. 100%. Like we're split on it. It's like it's a
Yeah.
tight game, but like you've lost Rashawn Slater and Joel. Like it's not your fault
That is a big
that you're going to
loss.
have pressure.
I didn't
Like
realize Joe Watt was out. He's
he's
out.
out. It's doubtful. He's out. He's not playing. He has a high ankle sprain. He wanted to go back out.
Yeah.
After reported he wanted to go back out. He has that syndesmosis injury and he's listed as doubtful, which means he's not playing. You're not putting your future franchise tackle out there with a high ankle sprain when they weigh 150, 160 kilos. Like that's just stupid. And if they play him, they're done, mate.
Yeah. It'd be tough.
No. New England versus Buffalo, Sunday night football, eh?
Mm.
The whiteout game. Because of the rivalries, the rivalries jerseys at Nike. Shout out Nike. You've done a great job. I love the Arizona one with the desert flex all over it. Look pretty cool.
Less child slavery though, Nike, and we still like it.
Pay people in Bangladesh as what they should be paying.
Please,
you bastards. Now, I love I actually really like the art. Like I wouldn't mind maybe a Josh Allen or James Cook.
Yeah, he's
the white
good.
jersey. They look pretty sick.
Yeah.
Bills, start them all. Because, look, I just think like you don't know which one, but one of them's going to hit. So Allen and Cook are going to go off. So we start them. Shakir, Coleman and Kincaid, you don't know who, but if you don't start them and your player goes off, you will kick yourself and it'll cost you your matchup. I promise you. So if you have Shakir, Coleman, Kincaid, and if you're not sure, maybe there's someone that you're looking at, you're umming and ahhing, send us a message. We'll help you out.
Yeah.
But I think for Pat's side of things, Drake May, start him. Hunter Henry, start him. You probably start Stephon Diggs this week. Give him a start. He looks like he's improved the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Bills win. Do we start Travion Henderson? That's what I want to ask you.
Yeah, look, it's a tough one. I still think he'll eventually take over. But it's still looking like, as long as Ramondre is there, his upside is limited.
Yeah.
I think he's still the back that you want to own from that team. But as long as Ramondre is there, it's hard to see him taking over big games. Kind of like RJ Harvey, really, in a way.
Yeah. It's really interesting because, like, for the cost, like, it's like a lad. He's not the same, like, in terms of category of bust. Like, he was always going to present a bit of a risk being a rookie. But if you spent third, fourth round capital, you are disappointed. Yeah. You're not going to get that back. But you just hold on to him and hope that happens. Antonio Gibson has a role as well.
He does.
He's going to continue to have a role.
What I do want to say, though, I've been thinking about this.
I love it when you think.
Where does Drake May, where does he sit now in terms of dynasty QBs?
I'd say top 6 to 8. Like in terms of dynasty.
Do you get what I'm trying to put down? If there's some less sharps out there and you have like a Lamar, like I'm not saying try and trade up, but if you have someone that you're not too happy with and you're sitting there and they're like, this guy's not as sharp, I can try and maybe get trade down and get Drake May plus.
Like send a Baker Mayfield.
Mm-hmm.
I love Baker, but if you're like building for the future, Drake May plus a pick, and just sell them on that. Look at how good Baker is because he is a dog. We love Baker.
Yeah.
Or a Dak Prescott. Like how long is it going to be until Dak Prescott gets hurt again?
Yeah. Our man, Steve, he was a big one on Drake May, having a big year, and he looks pretty good. He's looked pretty good. Yeah.
He looks good. So, I rate him. He looks good. Take us away with the last matchup of the week, my man. Monday Night Football, Kansas City versus Duval.
We really need to get that soundbite. We need to get that. Remind me to.
Remind me.
Let's get that soundbite because we got the Duval. Yeah. Look, you heard me talk about the Jags last week, and I did say I've watched them because they are a rival for the Colts, and um, I think their coach is a maniac. I think
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I like it though. I like it because he
He's got to
wants to
punch on with
win.
Salah, man.
Good, good. Mo Salah, he has been saying that he's using. Mo Salah has been saying he's using illegal tactics. So I don't know what that means, but anyway, I do think though I love Duval and they've been playing well, but as as bad as what the OC has done, and he's pretty much killed BTJ.
Yeah.
His upside isn't as big as it was last year. Let's just put it at that. I think they have looked a lot better this year. Saying that, Chiefs will keep it rolling against an improved Jags.
Yeah.
I think you start ETN. I think you start Mahomes, Worthy. You start BTJ. Man, Pacheco got in for a touchdown last week.
I know, which was wild. Like,
Still don't start him.
don't start him. Don't start Cream either.
Don't start
him.
either.
Don't start either.
Don't start either.
We started
hard
Travis Swift. Are we starting him?
I
Yeah, we
don't
started
think, are we?
I think you do, just based off tight end position.
All I'll say is this.
It's gross. He's a top 12 tight end.
If KC win this game as well, Rasheed's nearly back.
Next week.
Danger.
Oh, is it? No.
Danger for the league. Danger for the league. They've
It's
got
not
a
next week. It's one after.
healthy Rasheed, healthy Hollywood, healthy Worthy, Kelsey if needed.
Because if they win this week, they're guaranteed to be 3-3 with him coming back into the line. Oh man, who they play week 6 too?
I don't want to see the Chiefs up and about again because that is scary.
It's gonna happen, man. I think we just need to accept it. Chiefs play massive game next week because he's not back for it. They've got the Lions.
That is huge.
That is massive in terms of the context of both team seasons, I think, because the Lions will be 4-1 because then they're not losing this week. They're a lock. They want a buff slot. So I guess what we can get into right now. Well done. We've made it through made it through 14 games, and now there's a bit of heading into our final.
Got a Jack Bauer, 24. What's going on? I thought that was Woody Marks.
We're going to head into our final wrap up. And I think I mentioned a couple of players for me. My starts of the week, Jameer Gibbs and Nico Collins. I think they're both locked in for some monster games. Ravens, pass defense decimated. Nico is going to go off, and Gibbs is going to do the same against Cincinnati. And you probably throw in a forward slash there and say you start Monty's great too. But Gibbs is the one I'm targeting. Gibbs and Nico. Any final thoughts for you, my man?
Yeah, look, I feel sorry for what's about to happen in the Rams tomorrow. I probably might not even watch it, but I'm just looking forward to getting our man back. I think the league needs to know, and our listeners need to know that he's sitting and he's waiting, and
he's been watching me.
He's kind of like that mean he's just chained up at the moment. We've had him chained up, but if we let him loose, I can see in the corner of my eye that full moon is coming out, and our man Stevie, if I know him well, he's going to burst into next episode. So make sure that you listen to next episode. He's about to attack everyone. He's about to get stuck into anyone, and I don't want to be in his way. Clinkers and all, man.
Quarter time huddle. It's not so much about week 5 where you're looking at the quarter way mark of the season, and I'm genuinely scared for what he's going to bring. But I'm excited for it. I'm here for it. Wrapping up, we're going to get that soundbite in, and just a reminder as well, and I think just a lesson: handcuffs matter. We learned that again with Trey Benson. Trey Benson was the handcuff. Now he's out. Go get D. Mercado. Handcuffs matter. Pick up any, if you want bench space, go and pick up handcuffs. That's my final.
We've said it.
Advice, and we've said it till we're black and blue in the face. So thank you all. Thank you, GOAT. And God be with us for when Stevie comes back, because it is going to be big. It's going to be big. Ciao for now.